Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 10, Play with Patterns. Here we are going to give a bit introduction on patterns. We will learn diagrammatic patterns and alphanumeric patterns. So let us start our class today. What is pattern? Pattern is a set of decorative design. In case of mathematics, it is arrangement of numbers, alphabets or diagrams in a particular manner. Now, every one of us, whenever we see patterns of several kinds. Several kinds means, like patterns of leaves, flowers. These are all patterns. Okay, so where do we find pattern in real life? Wherever you look, you will find some kind of pattern. It can be the stripes, that is skin on the skin of the tiger, or the way peacock's feathers are placed, and then on leaves, the dresses or saris you wear, vegetables, flowers, roads, fruits, everywhere there is pattern. Okay, look for the first example. Here, some diagrams are given. A rectangle which is striped, inside of the rectangle, some stripes are drawn. Then a triangle with dots are given. A circle with circle inside is given. And again the rectangle is repeated. Now look in the first diagram. First there is a rectangle, then there is a triangle, then there is a circle, again there is a rectangle. So whenever we get questions like this, before we complete the pattern, what we will do? We will first number the figures. So let us number rectangle as 1, triangle as 2 and the circle as 3. Now this rectangle that is coming after figure 3, that is after the circle, is the repetition of the first diagram. So instead of marking the second rectangle as 4, since it is the repetition of the first rectangle that is done, we will mark it 1 only. So now after you mark the rectangle that is coming after circle as 1, see here a repetition is occurring. First the rectangle, then a triangle, then a circle, then again the rectangle. So now tell me, so after the rectangle, which symbol is drawn in the first diagram, that will only come in place of the blank. So after the rectangle, triangle is drawn. So definitely after figure number 1, figure number 2 will come. So in the first dash you will draw triangle. In the second dash again a circle will come. Look here, there is a pattern, like first the rectangle, then the triangle, then the circle. Okay, question number 3. Look here, in the first diagram, a flower with only 1 petal is drawn. Then a flower with 3 petals is drawn. Then a flower with 5 petals. Then again we can see that the flower with 1 petal is drawn. And there are 3 blanks. You have to fill that blank. Now see, since you are starting with these kind of questions, before we start filling up the blank, first do one thing, mark the diagrams. So flower with 1 petal as figure 1, flower with 3 petals as figure 2, flower with 5 petals as figure 3. Now after figure 3, look here, before we mark it figure 4, see here that again a flower with 1 petal is drawn. So that means this is the repetition of figure 1. So instead of writing figure 4, write it as figure 1. Now, as the given figure is given here after figure number 1, which figure is given? Figure number 2. So draw figure number 2 in the blank. After figure number 2, which figure is there? That is figure number 3, flower with 5 petals. After flower with 5 petals, what is given? Look here, after flower with 5 petals, again flower with 1 petal is recurring or being repeated. So again after figure number 3, you will draw figure number 1, that is flower with 1 petal. Again, I am saying, when you get diagrammatic patterns, there has to be similarity between the diagrams, or where the diagrams are repeated. You have to be careful that from where the diagrams are repeated. Similarly, you have to fill in the blank. Correct? Okay, look at the fourth one. Now here, a diagram like D is given and a circle-like thing is drawn in the middle. First, the D is placed in horizontal manner. Then the D is placed in a vertical manner. Then the D is written horizontally, but in a opposite way than the first diagram. Then the D is again placed in a vertical manner and in the opposite manner of the diagram that is drawn in second. Then again the D is drawn horizontally as it was drawn in the first figure. So now, instead of speculating or thinking what will come in place of the blanks, first let us number the figures. So the first diagram will be figure number 1, second diagram will be figure number 2, third diagram will be figure number 3, fourth diagram will be figure number 4. Now in the fifth diagram, see, it is a repetition of the first diagram. So after figure number 4, figure number 1 is returning. That means after 4 different types of figures, again same figures from figure number 1 is repeating. So as you by now you have understood that after figure number 4 again figure number 1 is returning. So now in the given pattern, after figure number 1, which figure is given? Figure number 2. So draw figure number 2 in the blank. Now after figure number 2, which diagram is given? Figure number 3. So draw figure number 3 in the blank. So that's how we solve it. Now example 5. The example 5 is a bit different from all the examples that we have done so far in this chapter. Why I am saying so? Look at the diagram. In the first diagram, the arrowhead is placed downward. In the second diagram, only one arrowhead is given. That is, again it is placed with the arrowhead pointing upward direction. In the third diagram, look, arrowheads are given which is pointing downwards, but as in figure number 1 it is given there is a single arrowhead. In figure number 3, arrowheads are increased by 1, that is there is 2 arrowheads. In figure number 4, arrowheads are pointing upwards, and from figure number 2, 1 arrowhead is increased. In figure number 5, look here, again the arrowheads are placed downwards, but 1 arrowhead is increased, that is 3 arrowheads are now drawn. In figure number 6, again the arrowheads are pointing upward and 1 arrowhead has increased, that is there are 3 arrowheads inside. Now look here, what is the pattern that we can see? We can see first the arrowheads are placed downwards, then the arrowheads are placed upwards, and in another diagram the downward arrowheads are also increased and again the upward arrowheads are also increased. That means first it is placed down, then it is placed up, then the numbers of the arrowheads which is pointing downwards is increasing, then the numbers of the arrowheads which is pointing upwards is increasing. So this is the pattern which is being followed. That means in figure number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 there is no similarity, like it is not, there is no repetition, but there is similarity between the diagrams. So look here, the diagram of question number 5 is explained here. First, what it is written, arrowhead pointing downwards, arrowhead pointed upwards, then arrowheads pointing downwards increased by 1, arrowhead pointing upwards is increased by 2. That is, this is the pattern. First 1 arrowhead down, then 1 arrowhead up, then 2 arrowheads down, then 2 arrowheads up. So in the fourth diagram will be the fifth diagram will be 3 arrowheads pointing down, sixth will be 3 arrowheads pointing up. So now there is no repetition. You can see there is no repetition. There is nothing is being repeated, but there is a similarity. First arrows are down, then they are up, then the down arrows are increased, then up arrows are increased. So in after figure number 6, figure number 7 will be 4 arrows pointing down. And in the second dash, there will be 4 arrowheads which are pointing upwards. They are very easy. Okay, now we will learn alphanumeric pattern. What do you mean by alphanumeric? Alpha means alphabet, numeric means numbers. So we will learn patterns which has both alphabets and numbers. That is known as alphanumeric patterns. Now look here. First example. It is given 300A, 301A, 401B, 501C. So it is very obvious after 301, 401 is coming. After 401, 501 is coming. And look the alphabets, how they are changing. After A, B, after B, C. So after 501, that is the numbers are increasing by 100. 301 plus 100 gives 401. Now after 401, after A, what is the next alphabet that is coming? That is B. Then in the third number with 401, when we add 100, what we get? 501. Then after B, which is the alphabet that comes? C. So after 501, what will be the answer in the gap? It will be 601. And after C, what is the alphabet that comes? D. After 601, again if you add 100 to 601, what will you get? 701. Again, after 701, what will the alphabet come? The alphabet that comes after D, that is E. So our answers will be 600D and 701, 601D and 701E. It is very easy. We have done these kind of sums in our mental maths. Here it's just that we are learning it by name. Okay, so these are known as alphanumeric. Now in example number 2, look here. It is 3A, 5B, 7C is given. Now first look at the numbers. After 3, 5 is coming. After 5, 7 is coming. That means the numbers are increasing by 2. That is 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 2, 7. So the next number will be 7 plus 2, 9. And after 9, the next number will be 9 plus 2, 11. Now look at the alphabets. The alphabets are increasing as we read the alphabets. After A comes B. After A, B comes C. Then after C will come D, after D will come E. So in your fourth blank, in your after the blank after 7C will be 9D, and the blank after 9D will be 11E. So your answers will be 9D and 11E. So 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 2, 11. And A, B, C is given. After C will come D. After D will come E. So when you get alphanumeric patterns, first look for the alphabets and the numbers separately. How the numbers are in the pattern and how the alphabets are placed in the pattern. Here alphabets are placed alphabetically, that is A, B, C, D and like this. But the numbers, they are increased by 2. So you have to follow that pattern and you have to solve the sum. Okay, our third and the last example for today. Look here. Here it is 2A, 3C, 4E. Now look at the numbers. The numbers are increasing by 1. After 2 comes 3, after 3 comes 4. So after 4 will come 5, after 5 will come 6. Now look at the alphabets. A, then C. That means B, we are not writing. We are jumping B. After A comes B, but we are not writing B, we are coming to C. So after C comes D, we are not writing D, we are coming to E. So after E comes F, So what is the pattern? We are not writing the next alphabet, we are jumping on to the alphabet that comes one alphabet after the given alphabet. That is, after A, B, we are not writing B, we are jumping B and we are going to C. After C comes D, we are not writing D, we are jumping D and we are going to E. So after E comes F, we will not write F as per the pattern, we will write G. Then after G comes H, we will not write H because this is the pattern that is given here. So after H comes I. So we will write I. So what will be your answer? Your answer will be 5G and 6I. Clear? Here are a few patterns given. You will fill in the blank. That what will come next in place of the blanks. You have to complete the patterns. They are very easy. Just try and solve it. It is very, very easy. Okay? Go through them. Solve the sums. Okay. Some alphanumeric patterns are also given for your practice. Students first look, observe the similarity, then fill in the blanks. That is why we are learning pattern. In pattern, we are learning to find the similarity. So find the similarity between the numbers, between the alphabets, between the diagrams and then solve. You have to first understand and then solve the sums. Okay, so go through the video. If you have any problem, let me know in the comment section. Practice the sums that are given. If you have any problem, let me know in the comment section. See you in the next class. Bye bye and